Alright, so I saw this story on BountyIntoComics.com. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says his production company will use rubber guns instead of real guns moving forward. There was this movie called Rust that, unfortunately, a woman died at the hands of Alec Baldwin because he only shot and killed her. And there's so much stuff up in the air about it. I don't know all the details and stuff. I haven't been following it super closely, but basically, it was a real gun that was used on set that fired and killed her, and which you're supposed to like make everybody aware of this. There's a lot of rules and regulations surrounding that kind of stuff. Well, what The Rock is going to do with his production company is from now on he's just going to use rubber guns. And he said we're going to take care of it in post. We're not going to worry about the dollars, all that kind of stuff. And other people have kind of said similar things. There's his exact quote. It's the kind of story where you read and you're like, wait, am I reading this shit right? Did this really happen? And he talks about, we lost a life and all that stuff. And he says, I can't speak for other production companies or studios. I can tell you that what we should do in a scenario like this, learn from it. And we move forward with our new protocols and new measures, safety measures that we should take, especially in the wake of what just happened. Then he talks about we won't use real guns. We're going to switch over to rubber guns. And we're going to take care of it in post. And then that's where he talks about, we're not worried about the dollars and all that kind of stuff. They keep hyping up this Netflix movies and with Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, which, hey, based on the cast alone, I'm somewhat interested, but we'll see. Anyway, he just, it's a long quote, basically, but that's what it is. And I talk about how rubber guns do exist. Here's one that you can buy on a New Rule FX prop, which is a prop seller. Rubber Uzi machine gun prop. That's only $77. My thing about that, here's the boys showrunner Eric Kripke. He'll no longer be using firearms on his productions. There was a petition going around, talking about that. My thing is, why don't they just use airsoft rifles and stuff? Or I guess they could use the rubber guns if they want, but it's like airsoft rifles look just like the real deal. Now there's obviously little differences here and there because depending on the manufacturer, they do a little something different, and they have a patented design and stuff. But anyway, I just don't get why. Just use airsoft rifles. If you're worried about it, I'm saying. There's actress and director Olivia Wilde. She's the one that circulated a petition calling for the ban of firearms from the sets. Now they also, Terror on the Prairie and Justified actor Nick Searcy claims this solution will ruin the careers and lives of hundreds of armors. And he goes on and he talks about this just more Hollywood star bullshit of blaming an inanimate object. Ignore these assholes. So obviously he's not in favor of any of this stuff. It's not the gun's fault. Stop trying to end an entire division of jobs in Hollywood because a shitty, irresponsible friend of yours hurt someone. And it's the kind of thing where you're like, okay, look, I'm not a Hollywood guy, so I don't work there, I don't live there, none of that stuff. But it's like, if there are production companies that don't want to use real guns, okay, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. And if there's ones that want to continue to use real guns, that's fine. As long as everything is regulated and safe for everybody involved and all that kind of stuff, as long as they follow the rules that have been established for a very long time, okay. If they don't want to do that, that's fine. They don't have to. It's a free country. Now they might film elsewhere for tax benefits and so on and such forth, but whatever. But it's one of those things where it's like, I just don't get why. Now the rubber guns might look really good. I'm not really sure. I don't know much about them. But just use airsoft rifles. Paint them up. Paint up the tip, because you got to paint the tip on those rubber guns too. Because they got to follow the law, so they got to paint the tip orange and stuff. But it's like, if they want to have a different solution, go for it. That's fine. I don't care. I'm just wondering why they don't use airsoft. Use rubber, foam rubber. Maybe it's like a more sturdy rubber. You would hope it wouldn't flip and flop or whatever. But, whatever. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up here, though. You guys can let me know what you think or whatever. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.